All right, everybody, welcome to the last lesson of the year. I cannot believe I'm saying those words, but I hope you guys know how proud I am of you and all of your hard work. And I know this hasn't been an easy quarter, but you guys have just really done a great job. And we've made it through so many lessons and so many tests, so I'm really proud of you guys. So our last lesson, it's really surreal to just say that, is lesson 120, which as you see I just wrote on the screen, and it starts on page 626, and it has to do with the volume of a cylinder. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is sort of understanding why we have the formula we do for the volume of a cylinder. So if you're looking on your book, you'll see a better illustration than the one I have pictured here on the screen. But I'm just going to read exactly what they wrote because it's super helpful to kind of understand where we get our formula that I'm going to introduce to you in just a moment. So it says, imagine pressing a quarter down into a block of soft clay. So let's say this rectangular prism represents the block of soft clay. This circle at the top represents a quarter. And as you press the quarter down into the clay, you're creating this cylinder, okay? So you're pressing the quarter down and sort of displacing all of this clay. So you've got this nice cylinder, which I drew out here. So as the quarter is pressed into the block, it creates a hole in the clay. The quarter sweeps out a cylinder as it moves. We can calculate the volume of the cylinder by multiplying the area of the circular face of the quarter by the distance it moved through the clay. And the distance that quarter moved is going to be considered the height of the cylinder. So what you'll need to know whenever you're calculating the volume of a cylinder is the area of the circular portion as well as the height of the cylinder. So hopefully you recall the area of a circle is pi r squared, and then we're just going to say h right after it. So the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared. Remember, that's the area of the circle. And h represents the height of the cylinder. Okay, so it's as simple as that. And the reason is because we have the area of this quarter that we imagined times the height we pressed it down. That's the volume of that cylinder that we created. That's the volume of any cylinder. Area of the circle times the height of the cylinder. So let's jump right in with an example. So the diameter of this cylinder is 20 centimeters. What is its volume? So remember, that means we have to calculate the area of the circle and then multiply that area by h, the height. So let's find the area of the circle first. Pi, we can keep, actually, you know what, for pi, let's write 3.14. Now r, remember, is the radius. And this didn't give us the radius, it gave us the diameter, but what you have to remember is that the radius is half of the diameter. So in this case, if the diameter is 20, the radius is 10. That would be half the distance across, would be 10. So we've got 10 squared. That's the area of the circle. Let's calculate that first. So 3.14 times 10 centimeters is going to be, 314 centimeters. I said 10, but it would really be 100, so I apologize for that. And then we take that area and we multiply it by the height of the cylinder. The height was given at 10 centimeters. So we have 314 square centimeters multiplied by 10 centimeters. So we have 3,140. And if you recall, because we've already done the volume of like a rectangular prism, what we have now is centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters. So let's draw this out a little bit. Actually, let's just start here. So pi is 3.14. R is 10 centimeters, which is being squared. And then h is also 10 centimeters. So when you square this 10 centimeters, it becomes 100 centimeters squared. Okay, so since we have 100 centimeters squared times 10 centimeters, that portion of it, I know we did it in a different order before. Centimeters squared times centimeters would get us centimeters cubed, just so you know where we get the cubic centimeters from, okay? And we did the same thing already with rectangular prisms and cubes, okay? Remember, it's cubic centimeters, cubic inches, cubic feet, whatever unit of measurement it may be, okay? So last, I'm going to go over the practice set question just to make sure you guys understand it. Excuse me. We've got this can of soup, and it tells us that the diameter is 8 centimeters. It's a really spectacular drawing. The height is 12 centimeters. So they, of course, want to know the volume. So just remember to find the volume. What you have to do is find the area of the circle times the height of the cylinder. So just start plugging those numbers in and those values in. So pi, for our purposes, we're going to say 3.14, and that's because we're writing out the calculation. If you were typing this into a calculator, you have a button on your calculator that should show the symbol for pi. That's what you would use in that case. Now, let's think of what r is. If the full distance across is 8, the radius must be 4. So we'll plug 4 in for r. And then h is height. The height is 12. So do that multiplication. 4 squared is 16. And remember, with multiplication, you can do it in any order. So you can multiply 12 by 16 and then multiply that by 3.14. Or you can just go across from left to right. And so your answer, it says round your answer to the nearest 100 cubic centimeters. So you would get 600 centimeters cubed or cubic centimeters. All right. So that is the lesson today. Pretty simple, especially if you just remember this little formula, then you can plug in whatever they give you for volume. Don't forget, we have our meeting. Hopefully you're watching this on Monday. In that case, our Google Meet meeting is going to be tomorrow, Tuesday, May 19th at 1 o'clock, and we're going to go over that test review sheet. All right. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Make sure you come with your review sheets done and with any questions you might have so I can help you get ready for that last test. All right. Thank you guys so much. I hope to see you there. If not, if you're just watching this video and you're going to take the test without review, which I definitely don't recommend, I just want to let you guys know that I had a really great year with you and I really love you all. So please come to the Google Meet. All right. See you guys.